We're also gonna have a we're also gonna have a we're also gonna
This is gonna make the behind the scenes.
So the frame. Oh man,
Come on,
there we go. That's better. So the frame will just be standalone, 2x4. Drawer slides will be here. So here, the panel will have the Lazy Susan on it, and so this whole assembly will drop down in here and can slide left and right.
Well, how often do you envision swapping out?
Well, I'm not.
3D printer?
Well, I probably won't
Right.
ever, but as a point of flexibility for other people to be able to like, you know, look at Joel. Joel gets a new printer every week, at least one. Joel.
Yeah, right.
And you know, may want to swap out what's in there, and just being able to like pick a tray up and slide it down a couple inches. And
So there's a flat panel. So now that is flush with the top.
so you're talking about putting the drawer slides like this rather than oh, I see. Well, they're not made to hold the weight in that direction. That's what you use.
That's exactly what I had. It slid in and out all day with the Prusa and the Mini and usually some other stuff. And it started to sag a little bit on full extension because I used the whole extension.
Yeah.
But you're not going to routinely have it on full extension. It's just that's pulling it in and out. It's not going to operate at capacity.
Underneath the table, we're going to build in a 3D printing enclosure to keep the temperature around the 3D printers the same.
I said 3D printer.
3D printers?
3D printer.
So which part did I say that on?
We're going to make it with the temperature consistent for the 3D printer.
Okay. Crap.
There you go, store.
Yes. Let's go buy stuff.
Bob's fiddling with stuff.
I'm trying to figure out how to hook up the smart things. So a motion sensor, when we walk into the office, will turn on the lights in the 3D printer enclosure.
Ooh. So those could go out on me too whenever I'm writing?
Yes.
Nice. What happened?
Made the mistake of leaving this set at 3/4 of an inch instead of going to 1.5. So the holes are too close to the end of the board. Screw went through, caught me in the finger or hand. It's fine. What should it be?
I like fingernails.
Fingernails?
Spare,
It's a little
spare
gross.
fingernails.
Spare fingers? Spare
The nails.
fingernails?
Because it goes with the nail theme.
Oh,
Double entendre.
gotcha. Okay. All right. Extra points to you if you noticed this in the video before watching the behind the scenes.
Fingernails is one word?
I don't know.
I don't know either. So Bob, I'm editing this behind the scenes, and there is no shot of us actually putting the top on the table.
Okay. It looks a lot like that with the top on it. Can't do anything about it now. This kind of works, not entirely. So the plywood is 1/2 inch and it's got a little bit of warp in it. It's not perfectly straight, so the front of the printer is not sitting down, which maybe isn't a huge deal, but like that's not sitting down, that's a problem. And the drawer slides don't work as well flat, so we gotta come up with another way to do this. Maybe you don't need the Lazy Susan. But like if you can pull the Ultimaker out to here, you can get to the back of it.
It's true.
The other, in my old one, it was like up here, and you couldn't get to either, you couldn't get around it, so spinning around made sense.
This has 2 drawer slides each. It needs another set because of the span. And then this was going to be a third pullout for the Sigma, but now this is going to be a dual filament storage pullout drawer container pantry thing.
Thingy. Okay, we are finally making progress. This thing's just about finished. And one thing that never really shows up in the videos is how often we change our minds, or I change my mind, or whatever. Like, this has been one after another of like, well, what if we did this? Oh, wait, we should do this. Oh, we should do this. And so it's changed a whole lot, but we're close. Like, for example, originally this was just supposed to have 3 panels that held printers and they would be pulled out. And then we were like, wait, we should just cram the printers onto 2 panels and add storage for filament on 2 trays that pull out. And then we built one of those, and it's way too heavy for the drawer slide, so we were like, well, let's just use one and then make a separate thing up here for filament. Like, that was not supposed to be in there in the first place, but I'm happy with it.
Looks nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's functional.
Yeah, it's super functional. I think it'll be really, really good. You know, it's like a good height to work at, so.
It's good for flipping burgers.
Yes. Have we talked about the top?
I don't think so.
Okay, so that was one thing I wanted to talk about. This top, my grandfather, not the one that I'm in his house now, but my other grandfather used to build McDonald's. And he was a contractor, built lots of stuff, but he did a lot of different McDonald's restaurants. And somehow he ended up with 2 of these 12-foot long countertops, stainless steel countertops from McDonald's. And they were in like really good shape when he got them. I don't know how he got them or why he got them or whatever. But they've floated around from person to person in my family for probably 30 years, maybe longer than that. My brother had this one in an alleyway by his house because he didn't have a place to put it. He offered it to me. I went and got it, and we cut it down to make it work for this. But it's pretty awesome. Something as weird as this has been in the family for such a long time. But now it's being useful rather than just being a thing that gets traded from person to person. So, McDonald's. This thing works great. I've been using it all day. It's been like an awesome workstation. Success!